Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel, and today I'll be reading a Lyney Listener by me. So let's get into it. Lyney has met all kinds of people there is. At least so he thinks. Having been integrated into royal circles, and also been an orphan, and been to the House of Hearth, he has seen a lot of things. A lot of things in his life that he would rather he has not, but a lot of things that make him who he is today. And isn't every person a culmination of the experiences they went through? He thinks so, and it is true as well. So, it's not like he has much business regretting them. He only just feels a little bit of upset at his circumstances, if mostly for his siblings, whom he wishes they had been raised better, that they had more chances to be little kids, and not have to look out for themselves while they were so little. Regardless, things are what they are right now, and they are much better, so he's grateful even if the past still hurts some days. Most importantly, he's simply happy to be by your side, to be able to love you, and to be able to have someone that could remind him that the future will be nowhere as close to his past. Because he has people now. He has his father, his siblings, and you, a lover. Someone who cares about him, and someone who's willing to do a lot for him to see his happiness, just as much as he's willing to do for you too. It felt healing to have someone to look forward to. A reason to want to be in the future, not just to take care of his siblings and survive and see what he can do, but a purpose that made him feel a little bit more wanting to live and see the next day and the next year to come. But he had never known much about your background, what your life was like, what your family was, and then for him to find out in such a strange manner, it was all too much for him to process. But it was something that hurt him deeply, and it made him so upset, just for your sake as well. He had no idea of your past, and he refused to talk about it, which he respected. But as far as he knew, you had family, and there was no reason for him to worry about you, not when you had others, who were supposedly taking care of you as well. Until he found out the truth. Your family, if they even could be called that, they were just... they had adopted you so you could work for them. Many such cases happen in Fontaine, and it was detestable. It was something that he hated to think of. He's been a victim of it firsthand, and he's seen what happened to Lynette, and he can't imagine what happened to you when he found out that you were an orphan. You had told him, in tears, as you hugged him tightly, a bruise on your face, and he was trembling. Perhaps out of fear for what could have happened, or out of sadness and overwhelm, the emotions that ran through him far too deep to comprehend and just stand there and take. It felt like there was too much going on, way too much for him to process, and he did not want things to be this way. It felt too much and too upsetting, too cruel for someone as kind as you are. Why didn't you tell me, Hoyan? Why did you hide? Because I couldn't. I was scared. I've been living with the same man for 10 years. He claimed to be my family. He claimed to care about me. But I know he didn't. But it still felt cruel because I guess I felt maybe I was manipulated. I don't understand, really. But I was desperate. I just wanted to feel like I had someone. I wanted to feel like I had a family of my own. And that hurt him. Because back then, he too desperately longed for something like that. He wanted someone to rely on when he was a child. He didn't want to feel like he was the parent. He was the one who was supposed to take care of all things. And yet he was made to fit that role because he had no choice. And after his trust had been betrayed once, it still was not easy to rest, not even with the knave taking them under her wing. He cupped her face in his hand gently and looked you in the eyes. I'm sorry, darling. I really am. I had no idea. All this time, and I had no idea what you were going through. I didn't understand at all. And perhaps I never would be able to. It's alright. It's alright. It really is. You tell him. And he's close to tears looking at you. You're so kind to him. You're so lovely. He's always considered you family, but then, had you not considered him yours? Or were you just so used to what you had that you were afraid of losing it? I reckon it was the latter, and somehow it hurt more that you felt so attached to someone who didn't deserve you. Someone who should not be called a parent at all. Look, Mayan, you know your family now, right? You're one of my own. You're my lover. And I'm sure Father cares about you as well. We were all here for you. Me, Lynette, and Fremine. We care for you. And you'll always be able to rely on us. You'll always have someone to have your back. You can trust me on that, he says. And he holds you so close. He wants to show you all the love that you deserve, all that you missed out on. Perhaps he had not noticed sooner, but right now that he did, he wanted to show you that you are loved and wanted. The past may be painful, but your future didn't have to be. You had people now, people who loved you, people who thought of you as family, and people who wanted to look out for you. And you would make sure that you never feel alone again. Not as long as he's here and willing to be by your side.